We want to chat about FIFA 23 rankings. That's what we want to chat about. Listen, we have been talking about the introduction of NWSL and UWCL teams into FIFA 23. It's been an exciting time. Unfortunately, there's already been a little bit of setback. We thought by today we would have the official update for the game and that you could go out there and start playing as your favorite team. Score a dozen goals with Tierna Davidson, which is my dream, but gotta put that on hold. In a way, it looks like the update is actually going to be on March 23rd now. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, there has been an announcement of the official FIFA 23 rankings. So what's a ranking? It's a player ranking. It's a number attached to a player that I think could be perceived as their awesomeness number in the game. Listen, these are always, we love to chat about things like this because people always have thoughts and opinions. And of course, we're going to talk about ours. Let's talk about the top 10 rated players for the game. Let's start from the bottom and we'll work our way up here. We've got Vivian Miedema with Netherlands and Arsenal rated at 88. We've got Kelechi Diani with France and PSG with 88. We've got Tubinia, Brazil and Kansas City Current at number 88. Now we're moving into 89. Maria Antoinette Katoto with 89. Beth Mead with England and Arsenal, 89. Lucy Bronze, England and Barcelona, 89. And now we've got 3 players rated at 90. Out of Hedgeberg with Norway and Lyon, number 90. Wendy Renard with France and Lyon at number 90. And we've got Alex Morgan repping USA and San Diego Wave FC at 90. And only one player breaking the mold at 91 with Sam Kerr repping Australia and Chelsea. You love to see it. Agree? Disagree? How you feel about some of these ratings, Lisa?
So I'm gonna be fully honest here. I don't know. Well, I know it's my job to have an opinion and come on here. I'm still trying to get into the FIFA game of understanding it. I think that, Sam Kerr, right? We talked about her a segment ago, winning Women's Super League Player of the Year, second year in a row. Yeah, she's a superstar. I think that she should be the top ranked player on this. The fact that Alex Morgan is number 2 at 90. And I think Alex Morgan, Wendy Renard, Ada Hedgeberg, they're all 90. So can those fluctuate between 2 and 4? Are they all kind of tied for second at that point? I think that, that's a little tricky for me. I think honestly, the fact that we are at 91 to 88, the differences between these players might be a little bit bigger than what we're seeing there, right? Wendy Renard, she's won the Ballon d'Or 2018. I don't know. That's one thing that I'm okay, well, what's happening here? What about you, Sandra? When you look at these, do you like these rankings? Are they good? What do you think about this?
Do I like them?
Are they accurate?
I think some of them are actually pretty accurate. I think if you're going off of recent form, I think you've got Alex Morgan, rated up there. I think you have Sam Kerr as the top player on there. I wanted to see Mal Pugh and Sophia Smith rated just a little bit higher. They're narrowly missing out on the top 10 with 87, so the lowest ranking looks like 88, with some of these players. But I think it also comes down to individual ratings as well. There's the other part that's come out amongst all this is that we're seeing the reaction of players to not only their game profile but their ratings as well. I love that the Thorns did a content segment with Sophia Smith, and I love that it was her reaction to not only her overall rating but her individual ratings as well. She definitely looked at her defensive rating and was okay, so yes, agree, my defense can perhaps be a little bit better. So very cool to sort of see that. I would like to see more clubs put that out. More of that, please.
I think Midge Hurst did it too with Gotham. She's one that also put it out. I think Sophia Smith talked about her passing 78. Defense 46, which her defending could be a little bit better. Shooting was 84, which is something that she was like, I wish my shooting was higher.
Yeah.
I thought it was very interesting. And when we look at Sam Kerr being 91 overall, and you break down like some of her skills that she has, her shooting, like her heading 91, her shot power 91, her finishing 93. Like she's got really, really high individual skills. Her dribbling 90, her ball control 92.
Defense.
Yeah.
What's the defense?
Slide tackle 35, standing tackle 39. Eek.
You said a little bit. It's funny to see that for the forwards, for the strikers. You know, it's like those numbers are going to be low, but those other numbers, those offensive and attacking numbers, are just so high.
Whereas like passing accuracy for someone like a Becky Sauerbrunn is going to be much higher because she's a center.
Maybe that's another one too, like Naomi Girma. Like maybe we want to see her rated a little bit higher and see what's going on there. But we'll see. We'll see when the update comes. If these,
I have a stupid question that I'm going to ask you. Are traditionally in the FIFA game, are strikers ratings higher than defenders or goalkeepers, say, just based on the points that they can, like, because they score goals?
No, I've seen defensive players, ranked in the high 80s.
Okay.
I mean, it's not impossible. It's just it's a bigger question for how
the world
for how they put together. Yeah, it's a bigger question for how they put together the actual ratings themselves. But
and really, it's how the world, like, everyone's favorite player, right, is like Sam Kerr or Ronaldo or Messi, right? Those are game changers that are going to score goals and contribute. No one's.
Yeah, I think like 89 and up is like the golden kind of golden card kind of player, and the fact that like a Wendy Renard is like rated a 90, as a center back. We've got Lucy Bronze as an outside back at 89. Like, it's not. I don't think it's super uncommon, but I don't think it's like typical either. So I like that there's a little bit of differentiation in terms, positionally for the ratings in this one. That's kind of cool. We had some fun with a FIFA 23 best 11 as well. Let's take a look at that. It was cool to see that. Alyssa Nair at a goalkeeper at 85, Carson Pickett at 83, Sauerbrunn at 86, Alana Cook at 82, and Sofia Huerta at 82, kind of rounding out the defense. Desiree Scott in the middle with an 84 rating, Rose Lavelle with 87, Davinia at 88, Mel Swanson at 87, Alex Morgan at 90, and Sophia Smith at 87 as well. It's a pretty good 11 there.
Yeah, this is a very good 11. I think it's interesting to look at this, and obviously this is like within the NWSL, but then like to look at national team wise, like when you look at the United States national team, like you look at that back line, like Pickett has not been called in most recently, like Fox isn't on there. Like, I think that's just a little bit interesting. That's one thing that I noticed and picked out.
Okay.
Of course, you got Desiree Scott in that defensive 6 role, who's dealing with a bit of an injury, so we won't see her at the start of the season for KC or Canada at this point. But I like these rankings. I like this. I mean, think if this was like an all-star team.
That's a whole other episode, Lisa.
I know.
All-star game and our wants and hopes and dreams for an all-star game, and we've already gone too long, pal.
I know. We'll talk about all-star game, another thing. I think it's interesting that a Girma is not listed on here.
Yeah.
I would put Naomi Girma over an Alana Cook in that center back position. I have done that for the national team. She won Defender of the Year. She won. That's one that I think is mistaken. And she's already played a season in the NWSL. So like FIFA had the stats for that one. That's a bone I would pick. But otherwise, I think I'm glad that Swanson's up there, Smith, Morgan. Is there anyone else that you would have liked to see on this best 11?
Yeah, I'm with you on Girma. Look, I'm always looking at the defense. I'm with you on Girma. I'm with you even on Fox. Maybe we would slot them in. Listen, I'm a big fan of Alyssa Nair. I think maybe you can make an argument for someone like a Kaylin Sheridan in the mix of that one. I'm curious about this middle, this kind of pure defensive number 6 role that they've got. They're giving it to Desiree Scott. I'm wondering if maybe you look across the league or look a little bit deeper. You know, do you put an Andy Sullivan in there? Do you put Daniel Colaprico in there as well? I think you can make a number of these. I'm surprised they didn't do like a second 11, honestly, you know, and sort of see that as well. But we'll see. Let us know.
We're talking about other episodes. Maybe we can do it 11. You know,
we can do whatever. We can do whatever we want. We'll do a second 11. Let us know who you want to see in your second 11, because that's all we've got for you today.